I've got this old Microsoft Webcam that is years and years old, probably well over 5 years old. It's a good webcam. It accomplishes what it needs to do, or did accomplish, but as you see, it's 640 by 480 for photos and for video. This review is going to be on the Webcam HD-3000. Now, the cool thing about buying a Microsoft webcam, not that it really matters, the nice thing about buying a Microsoft webcam is that if you plug in the webcam and you happen to lose the driver or the CD that came with the camera, as long as you have the camera plugged in, Windows Update will detect it and install all the drivers and all the software for you. This unit is made for Windows 10, which I can't stand and don't use, and it has wide screen and 720p HD video recording and HD chat. I don't chat. I strictly use this for making audio recordings or video recordings of me playing the guitar to throw online. So here's the review now. Let's do the install and see what happens. Here we go with my unboxing. I just cut the tape. It's my unboxing video. Oh my gosh, what an incredible unboxing video. There's a camera in here. Let's take it out of the box and see what else is in here. Probably a CD. Okay, so we've got the camera. Has a cable installed on it. I'm sure it's going to be USB. And we have a manual. And that's it. So the packaging is ridiculous. You literally have to tear this thing apart just to get the cable out. The instructions that come with it, that's it. I plugged in the USB cable and it started up right away trying to do the install. It's incredible. The old webcam had an extremely long cable, which allowed me to wrap this all the way around my computer desk and route it to the front. This one, what is it, maybe 6 feet? So that's Microsoft cutting back. And this is what comes up. That is the new camera. There's a blue light on there. I have no idea what any of this is because there doesn't appear to be any instructions right now. So originally I had the Webcam software on here, so I believe this might be the exact same software as what they install for the new one. I'm not really sure. I checked to try to run it in the 64-bit mode and it didn't want to work. So let me go over to this right arrow here, click on settings, which shows my camera. I used to have the other one in there, now it's showing the 3000, so that is a good sign. What other settings does this allow? True image. Yeah, I want to say right off that the camera is definitely a cheap camera. It's made out of plastic. Everything about the camera is plastic. And you get what you pay for, but for the amount of money, it's not really that expensive. So right now you see over here my original settings of 640. Wow, I think originally it was 640 by 480. Now it's 360, so maybe everything is working. Let me go over here. Okay, so I've got a lot of options that I didn't have with my other camera. 4x HD photo capture, I don't really know what that means. It looks like when I go to 1280 by 720 video capture, I automatically get the photo capture at 4x. Otherwise, I go to the 640 by, I believe I had 640 by 480. Now it's showing 640 by 360 on the old one. So let's click on that and see what happens. I can tell, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, amazing. The whole, I don't know if, you can't see it. The whole thing just widescreen just got massive, enormous. And down at the bottom now we've got 1280 by 720 and 4x HD. Now, what I'm going to do in the editing process is I'm going to play the old version of 640 by 480 webcam with the 1280 by 720, and we'll see what the difference is. So let me go make a recording right now, but I can see what an incredibly nice picture with this wide, it's definitely wide. I guess that's just how it is. Let me do a recording now. I will say right now, I'm already happy with this. I don't know how much I spent, maybe $39 or something for this cheap plastic thing with a plastic lens. And just looking at the quality of the picture on the monitor is amazing. Let's see how this came out. This is going to be the first recording with this webcam going with 1280 by 720 HD. I had to turn the volume way down to about 45% because it was blasting when I first did my initial test. So right now I can tell you the video quality on the screen looks incredible. I will be putting this in as part of my review. Audio seems a little bit muffled. It's definitely muffled right now. You cannot handle the bass of the strings. Let's see what the playback is. And here is the tiny original 640 by 480 or whatever I had. But I think I was using an external mic with this, which I'm going to do on my next part of the review. Look at how tiny the picture is, how grainy it is, how small. Hey, check this out, my new guitar strings squeal. Yeah, big difference. Big difference in image quality, big difference in lighting. Check this out, my new guitar strings squeal. Okay, that's the old video. I think the audio on that camera is kind of muffled and cheap. So I'm going to try to use an external mic. I clicked on the speaker thing in the right corner, bottom right hand corner. I'm going to click on System Sounds. Then I'm going to go up to Recording. Okay, this is how it's originally set up. This is, you can see the microphone down here. That's my default external mic. And the microphone on the LifeCam is, it's just blasting away right now. This thing's set at midpoint and it's going, oh, where did that speaker thing go? It's going crazy. Wop, 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 wop. I'm about a foot away from it and I cannot adjust this thing at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disable it. You go right click and just disable the thing. And now we should see the default one should kick in. That's my default mic, which I have a little more control over. And it sounds a little better, so let's try a recording with that and see what happens. What I'm going to be doing is playing the last recording that I just made with the audio volume set to 15. The system will not allow you to use an external microphone at all. So you must use the microphone that is in the webcam. Let's see what happens. Unlike the older version, with this new version, you cannot use an external microphone at all. It will not record. It will not allow you to make a video. So I have the adjust the microphone volume set down to 15 out of 100.
Very impressed.
Higher than 15, and it muffles and it cuts and it clips. And it sounds terrible. So let's see how this sounds now.
There's a lot of bass.
Again, the video quality is just amazing. I'm just worried about the audio quality.
There's an incredible amount of bass from the recording. There is a little hollow sound, like it's echoing a little bit. And that's with the microphone set at 15. The video quality is absolutely incredible. I'm going to turn down the microphone a little bit more, maybe to 13. And my review of the webcam is, for the amount of money, it's beautiful. Just so you know, this records at 10 frames per second and at 4.3, not at 16.9. So it is high D, but it is not high D. And it records in a Windows Media, a WMV format instead of MP4. I'm not really too thrilled with the software that it comes with. I'm now using PowerDirector Pro, trying to do a webcam capture. I had to go into the settings to adjust my microphone in PowerDirector Pro, and as you can see, it saves in an MPEG format instead of a Windows Media WMV. But every time I save this thing, I still get incorrect format saving. It does save, but I get an incorrect format. Contact your vendor or manufacturer. So let me play this. This is an MPEG-4. This is just a few seconds of video now, but now we're talking a 4 meg file, so this is definitely high D. Let's see what it is. Interesting that it's recording at 29 frames a second, 30 frames a second, and it drops it down to 720 by 480, even though I recorded at 1280 by whatever it was. So it's going to depend on what software you use. If you're just using this for Skype or to talk to people, none of this is going to matter. But if you're trying to mess around with some cool recordings conveniently, you're going to have to deal with your software and the settings to make it work. So let's see what this sounds like now. And this is with the audio adjusted, and I'm using partially the drivers from Microsoft, but I'm using PowerDirector Pro for the recording.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
The audio was excellent there. The video quality was excellent there. So yeah, the camera has potential. Like I said, if you're going to use this for Skype or just quick internet chatting, none of this stuff matters. If you're going to mess with some advanced stuff, you're going to have to put some time into it. They spent as little money as they could using drivers and software that would make this a very easy setup and very convenient. But again, it is a very cheap webcam, so you can't really expect much, especially from Microsoft. So would I buy it again? Yeah. Would I rather have a 16:9 video quality? I think I probably would, but I don't know if I'd want to spend $100 to do some of this stuff. So for the price, it's a good deal, and that's it. Hopefully this helped you a little bit.